What is Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy is a hierarchical model that categorizes learning objectives into varying levels of complexity, from basic knowledge and comprehension to advanced evaluation and creation. It was created by Benjamin Bloom in 1956, published as a kind of classification of learning outcomes and objectives that have, in the more than half-century since, been used for everything from framing digital tasks and evaluating apps to writing questions and assessments. The original sequence of cognitive skills was knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. The framework was revised in 2001 by Lauren Anderson and David Krathwohl, yielding the revised Bloom's taxonomy. The most significant change to the cognitive domain was the removal of synthesis and the addition of creation as the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy can be used to create assessments, evaluate the complexity of assignments, increase the rigor of a lesson, simplify an activity to help personalize learning, design a summative assessment, plan project-based learning, frame a group discussion, and more. Because it simply provides an order for cognitive behaviors, it can be applied to almost anything. The original Bloom's taxonomy provides different levels of learning objectives, divided by complexity. Only after a student masters one level of learning goals, through formative assessments, corrective activities, and other enrichment exercises, can they move on to the next level. It must be noted that the original version of the taxonomy deals with the cognitive domain. It is the first and most common hierarchy of learning objectives, which focuses on the acquisition and application of knowledge and is widely used in the educational setting. This initial cognitive model relies on nouns, or more passive words, to illustrate the different educational benchmarks. Because it is hierarchical, the higher levels of the pyramid are dependent on having achieved the skills of the lower levels. The individual tiers of the cognitive model from bottom to top, with examples included, are as follows. First is knowledge. This level involves the recall of specifics and universals, the recall of methods and processes, or the recall of a pattern, structure, or setting. Hence, recalling information or knowledge is the foundation of the pyramid and a precondition for all future levels. For example, the teacher may ask a student to name 3 common sea creatures. Second is comprehension. For Bloom, comprehension refers to a type of understanding or apprehension such that the individual knows what is being communicated and can make use of the material or idea being communicated without necessarily relating it to other material or seeing its fullest implications. For example, a student is asked to summarize the characteristics of sharks, whales, and dolphins. Third is application. This refers to the use of abstractions in particular and concrete situations. An example could be a student addressing the question, does eating fish help improve longevity? Fourth is analysis. Analysis represents the breakdown of a communication into its constituent elements or parts such that the relative hierarchy of ideas is made clear and all the relations between ideas expressed are made explicit. An example could be making a comparison between and among sharks, whales, and dolphins, and the way in which they feed themselves. Fifth is synthesis. Synthesis involves the putting together of elements and parts so as to form a whole. For example, a student is asked to convert an unhealthy recipe for meat into a healthy recipe by replacing certain ingredients, as well as asking her to argue for the health benefits of using the ingredients that she chose as opposed to the original ones. Sixth and last is evaluation, which involves a critical examination of relevant and available information to make judgments. It must be noted that evaluation engenders judgments about the value of material and methods for given purposes. For example, the teacher may ask a student to classify the different kinds of meat that are best for making a healthy meal, and ask her why this is so.